Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Rija Hassan. I am lecturer and program coordinator at the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering, Muhammad Ali Jinnah University. And I welcome all of you to the Engineering Podcast. ये discussion dedicated है to target emerging and interdisciplinary prospects related to specifically electrical engineering. But let's start our discussion. Today we are honored to have with us Dr. Ghulam Mustafa Abro. He is a post-doctoral fellow at King Fahd University of Petroleums and Minerals, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. उनकी dedicated research है towards drones and swarm of drones. So without further ado, let's proceed towards speaking to him. Assalamu alaikum sir, how are you?
Okay, walaikum assalam, and thank you so much for having me. Muhammad Ali Jinnah University is very near to my heart when it comes to organizing such sessions. So, and I really feel delighted to be here. Thank you so much.
Sir, let's begin the podcast, and let's begin with you actually. What motivated you towards coming and pursuing engineering?
Okay, to be honest, like in my family, we have like 18 engineers, including my late father, my grandfather, then my uncle. So they all tilted towards civil and mechanical side. I'm an electronic engineer, and I never thought of electrical instead of electronics. And why is that? In my childhood, I used to watch one BBC program, Spider, and that thing they used to show how computing gadgets are contributing on the impact of on social life. And when I see my surroundings, because I was belonging to a rural area, I thought that maybe like one day I will contribute in the same way. So what are the things that I want to equip with? And at that time, that motivated me a lot, that I will contribute in terms of system designing, programming. At that time, of course, the technological, we were way behind from the technological innovations and the technology that we have today. But that program motivated me a lot. In that program, particularly, if I recall, in one of the African countries, they were showing that they have automated conveyor belt, where they are grading the fruits. And of course, in Pakistan, we have like #1 mango in the world. So why not we implement the same solution over there, where we grade the mangoes, the quality check, then we measure the red eye using computer vision and start packing it. Of course, it will give a lot of benefit to our economy. So that idea motivated me a lot. And of course, engineering I had to choose because it was something inborn and in blood. And when I used to walk with my father, it gives me a sense of responsibility, like they are contributing a lot in the community, not only the developing buildings but developing good solutions as well. I mean, talk about biomedical engineers. So yeah, that motivated me a lot.
सर, जैसे कि आपने अपनी मोटिवेशंस भी बताई, बट इनफैक्ट आई विल रिलेट टू यू, क्योंकि हम उस एरा से बिलोंग करते हैं. एंड वी सी दिस के पहले हम किसी ना किसी से मोटिवेट होते थे और इंजीनियरिंग की तरफ आते थे. बट नाउ अ डेज चिल्ड्रन, and we did not have engineering in our hands, but today बच्चों के toys, उनके parents के phones, उनके siblings के phones, they have engineering in their hand, they have electronics engineering in their hand, they see image processing and they deal with the control systems engineering, such as कि उनके drone based और उनके छोटे छोटे helicopter based toys होते हैं इस तरीके से. तो मैंने ये बात देखी है कि इंजीनियरिंग क्या एक्सपोजर तो उनके हाथ में बढ़ गया है, लेकिन रुझान कम हो गया है. व्हाट डू यू हैव टू से अबाउट दैट? आप प्लीज इस पे थोड़ी सी लाइट शेड करिए.
See, if you see overall, like at a global level, ऐसा ही है कि exposure बढ़ गया, and then people don't realize that what is the engineering and how much struggle has been done behind this innovation. I personally think that developed countries they used to conduct the workshops at early stages, like when they are in an intermediate stage, or in even matriculation, the students, the engineering societies, different STEAM universities, they used to conduct a workshop to attract and to highlight the significance of engineering. And they teach people in a very simple way that though it's simple, though it's quite available in within your reach, within your access, but it requires a lot of intelligence, a lot of dedication. So I think we are lagging behind in those workshops. Like I have seen people are conducting only one workshop, rarely in the schools of Pakistan, which is Ordino. There is still need to conduct some of the workshops on in blockchain, some of the workshops on image processing, because then and only then people can know that the iPhone that they are using, which technology they are using. The technology, the camera that iPhone has, initially it was developed by NASA, and no one knows about that thing, that this camera that we are using right now in iPhone was initially developed by NASA for some another purpose. But see, and the medical robots, the medical manipulators that are used by hospitals, the surgical or prosthetic hands, that concept also given to the community, given to humankind by JPL, Jet Propulsion Lab of NASA. So like we contribute, but then we never know that this thing can be used in any other way. So I think there is the ultimate need to change our syllabus. Even the undergraduate student must know that how things are going in the developed countries, और उनको पता होना चाहिए कि how people are eager to contribute to something that directly impact on human life. So yeah.
सर आपने बहुत अच्छी बात की करिकुलम से रिलेटेड और अप्लाइड इंजीनियरिंग से रिलेटेड, बट हियर आई वुड आल्सो लाइक टू ask from you an aspect के wouldn't you say कि schools की तरफ से ही ये concept और interest embedded होना चाहिए, बच्चे को जितना early exposure मिलता है तभी उसका एक mindset जो है ना वो build होता रहता है, because nowadays अगर हम अपने prospective student की तरफ जाएं और हम उससे engineering का पूछें तो एकदम engineering के साथ software का word associated होता है, and we do see कि बहुत सारे software houses जो हैं वो बनते चले जा रहे हैं और उस सॉफ्टवेयर की बहुत सारी जॉब्स क्रिएट होती चली जा रही हैं. तो आई वुड रिलेट एंड एक्सपेंड माय क्वेश्चन टुवर्ड्स दैट कि वुड इट अफेक्ट इंजीनियरिंग जॉब मार्केट और उसकी मार्केट डिमांड को अफेक्ट करेगी ये?
Okay, there are two things. Number one, any project or any engineering activity. For example, if someone asks you कि मुझे कोई चीज़ automate करनी है, you can easily use tools and program it. And there is another thing that there is already a conveyor belt and you have to go and provide a good quality result. And that is why we are lagging behind. This is the area where we are lagging behind. For example, you talk about the software houses. We have so many software houses in Pakistan, which are working, if I would say that they are working for earning only, not contributing, then it won't be wrong. Why? Because many of the software houses, they are doing freelance work. Even I have seen few small, mediocre freelance houses which are making assignments of masses people. So this is something that is not ethical. But again, contributing in a proper way must be defined. What is the contribution? Now let me give you an example. If the software house is contributing in making an algorithm which is way better than YOLO 7 or which is or YOLO 8, or it comes to developing a control algorithm for a drone, for a swarm, then it is a contribution. But satisfying a particular industrial problem is not a contribution at all. Why? Because tools are available, sensors are available, you have to only program. And that is the reason today Pakistan is quoted as a factory automated country. Why factory automated country? Because we are not manufacturing anything. We have maintenance engineers only. We don't have R&D engineers. We have software houses, but we don't have R&D in there. So I think we have to make this shift, and that is the reason I would like to quote Malaysia. Malaysian people got independence 10 years less than us. We got in 1947, they got it in 1957, I guess. But over there, you will find Intel, Google, IBM, all mega industries are there in Penang and KL. So what is the reason? The reason is that they use the technology for automation, for resolving the issue in industries, but then at the same time they really believe that we have to grow more day by day.
सर आपने बहुत अच्छा पॉइंट ऐड किया है कि कोई भी रिसर्च इस्टेब्लिशमेंट या जॉब मार्केट का जो एम है इट शुड बी टेथर्ड टुवर्ड्स सॉल्विंग प्रॉब्लम्स और अर्निंग जो है वो सेकेंडरी होनी चाहिए। इसी तरीके से यही चीज़ जो कि उसके प्रोस्पेक्टिव कैंडिडेट्स हैं उनकी प्रायोरिटी भी बनती है। तो एंड इनफैक्ट कि इफ़ ऐसी इस्टेब्लिशमेंट्स जो कि जॉब्स क्रिएशन कर रही हैं या सोल्यूशन प्रोविजन कर रही हैं, तो अगर वो अप्लाइड मसलों पे और अपने इर्द गिर्द के मसलों पे वर्क नहीं करेंगी तो ऑब्वियसली ग्रोथ को सपोर्ट इस इर्द गिर्द से ही नहीं मिल पाएगी। तो ये आपने बहुत अच्छी कमेंट ऐड की है।
Yeah, I mean, आप देख लेना. Let me add one example. See, Muhammad Ali Jinnah University before the time of Professor Zubair, and see now, and same goes with some of the universities whose honors are industrialists. So they don't know about academia. Academia is something that you invest money for research and you don't expect outcomes in near future. You expect outcomes in far future, that okay, one day the outcomes will come. So it really depends upon how you drive your generation. Right now software houses, they just focus on solving the problem and earning money.
ब्यूटिफुली हाईलाइटेड सर, वेरी वेल सेड। यहीं से मुझे एक वर्ड याद आता है जिसके ऊपर हम थोड़ी सी बहस छेड़ते हैं। What is technopreneurship?
Technopreneurship, I really appreciate technopreneurship. Why? Because it gives you liberty. But again, people who start technopreneurship at early age, they don't have matureness how to run people, and sometimes they really disrespect a gem who is working in their industry or an organization. I personally believe that technopreneurship अच्छा है, आप पहले थोड़ा experience लें and then you start your own business. In this way you will get matureness. Now how we can work on it? I think schools like engineering schools and universities, they play a very vital role. और उसमें यह है कि जो हमारे projects हैं, I heard and I have seen that Pakistani people, they have a lot of potential. They are making electric bikes in several universities. They are making smart grid prototypes. They are making many things from solar PV modules. Why not we step further and turn it into a product? If we turn it into a product, then of course we will earn definitely. बाहर के ममालिक में, यूके में या मलेशिया में या फ्रांस में, I have seen the places where I visited, they actually encouraged even undergraduate research. You have seen like now KFUPM, they have open undergraduate research program. Just write on Google undergraduate research program and you will find top university, Harvard, Caltech. Why they are promoting undergraduate? Because they are fresh mind. They will touch those areas which are never explored. So I guess entrepreneur or technopreneur, you must go for it. इसमें अकेला बंदा involve नहीं हो सकता. Let me give you an example. University where I was studying my PhD, over there they supported the students to make merchandise like convocation gown, these ribbons, the ID ribbons, and then the jackets, the shirts, the formal shirts, वो बच्चा डिजाइन करता है. And then there is one outlet they supported and then they are working on it. I mean, इंजीनियरिंग करना एक अलग चीज है, इंजीनियरिंग के थ्रू अर्न करना इज अनदर थिंग. I think we as a teachers, we as a part of academia, we are lagging behind to teach students how to earn from their engineering. I mean, हम उनको कैलकुलस पढ़ा देते हैं, इंडस्ट्रियल इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स पढ़ा देते हैं, लेकिन हम उनको ये नहीं पढ़ाते कि आफ्टर माई ग्रेजुएशन I was jobless 2 years or 3 years, and why I was jobless. Tell them your personal experience so that they just open up their eyes and real, and they think that okay, engineering करने के बाद it's not easy. I have to work hard. So we are lagging behind on that part. We are not teaching them how to earn, how to convert. Like मैं अपने students को ये बोलता हूँ कि 24 hours your brain must think how to earn money. मैं एक बच्चे को ये भी बताता हूँ कि अगर आपसे कोई 10 मिनट बात कर रहा है तो 2 मिनट के अंदर अंदर पता चल जाता है कि बात काम की है कि नहीं है. डोंट वेस्ट टाइम ओवर देयर. अगर 2 मिनट के बाद आपने 8 मिनट और लगाए हैं, इट मीन्स नाउ इट्स योर फॉल्ट, क्योंकि 2 मिनट के बाद समझ में आ गया बात काम की है कि नहीं है. सो थिंक लाइक दिस वे, एंड इट्स रियली गुड टू बी प्रोफेशनल. इट्स रियली गुड टू से नो. मैंने ऑब्जर्व किया है कि अफ्रीकन पीपल, लाइक पीपल फ्रॉम साउथ सुडान और नाइजीरिया, दे रियली माइंड दिस थिंग. दे से डायरेक्टली नो एट द फेस ऑफ बॉस. आई मीन इट्स रियली गुड टू से इन अ वे दैट ब्लंट नहीं होता, लेकिन बट दे से सॉरी सर, आई कैन नॉट डू दिस. बट वी पाकिस्तानी, इंडियन एंड बांग्लादेशी पीपल, we try to resolve that thing, but they straight away say this thing. So I think there are several things that we should equip from apart from curriculum to our students to encourage entrepreneurship or technopreneurship. Yeah.
Sir, you have been to places, mashallah. You have been to Malaysia, Saudi Arabia, you have been to UK, you have taught students as well. तो how would you say कि हमारे बच्चों में और उन बच्चों में क्या फ़र्क है in terms of mindset? How do they see job, या वो practical life में जब step in करते हैं तो वो किस तरीके से उसको picture करते हैं? For example, कुछ लोग सोचते हैं कि it's corporate slavery, कुछ लोग सोचते हैं कि हम खुद अपने boss होंगे, and different mindset इस तरीके से diversify होते हैं, thinking patterns होते हैं. तो what would you say कि how different they are? Secondly, I would like to expand my question कि वो लोग जो अब job market को target करने वाले हैं, what challenges are awaiting them? Because you belong to you are not on a national level, you are on an international level. So I want you to highlight कि कौन सी opportunity उनके लिए internationally भी wait कर रही है.
Okay. I'll just turn it into a Islamic perspective a bit, you know. एक रात मैंने एक वीडियो देखी, उस वीडियो में बेसिकली कुरान की आयत थी कि अल्लाह ताला ने न तुम्हें छोड़ा है, ना तुम्हें इग्नोर किया है, एंड इंशाल्लाह तुम्हारा आने वाला कल गुजरे हुए कल से ज़्यादा बेहतर होगा. So that is something. वो जब मैंने like we recite Quran, but we don't go into the meaning. But that comes like on in one of the reels, and then I thought that okay, if I recall my past when I was gold medalist, and at that time I was jobless, and trust me, I couldn't afford 500 rupees for the expenses. And at that time I asked some loan to one of my family members, and he said that if you cannot earn 50,000 or 500 or whatever the money I asked him as a loan, then he said that just burn your degree. And at that time I was sitting with my sister. My sister contributed a lot in my success, including other family members, but yeah, my sister is a special one. So she saw me that I was crying at that time, and मैंने फिर मुझे मेरी बहन ने कहा कि if why you asked the loan, and then I said बेटा देखें, अगर मैं आज नहीं मांगता, कल को मेरे पास एक reason है. I can say that no one contributed except few people in my success. So that's why I was trying this thing. Anyways, so I just recalled you my past. I shared you my story where I saw this video and I recall my past. अल्लाह ताला ने आपके लिए बहुत सारी अपॉर्चुनिटीज रखी हुई हैं. द ओनली थिंग इज दैट आपका ये ईमान होना चाहिए कि स्ट्रगल इज ऑलवेज रिवॉर्डेड. Now, coming to your point that a person who is stepping in engineering, first of all, he has to clear or she has to clear like after 5 years वो कहाँ पे होगी. हमारे यहाँ अनफॉर्चुनेटली सिविल, मैकेनिकल और इलेक्ट्रिकल ऐसे ज्वाइन करते हैं, उनके पास ठोस रीज़न नहीं होता. They saw someone that okay he is electrical, okay go for it. फिर हमारे यहाँ कुछ अंकल होते हैं जो कि हर शादी ब्याह में आके बताते हैं कि फलां का बंदा एनईडी से जो है वो सिविल कर रहा है, फलां का बंदा जो है वो नर्स से ये कर रहा है. So that creates a lot of pressure on a student, and that pressure he forgot or she forgets like what she has to do or what he has to do. तो बेहतर ये है कि आप इन चीज़ों पे ना जाएं. फैमिली और पेरेंट्स को ये चाहिए कि वो अपने बच्चे को फुल फ्रीडम दे इस बारे में, एंड दे मस्ट थिंक दैट आफ्टर 5 years वो क्या करना चाहता है, क्या करना चाहती है, एंड दैट इज़ द मेन थिंग. और उसके बाद लेट्स सपोज इफ़ यू आर graduating, there are a number of opportunities in the world. Don't limit yourself up to only Pakistan. You have jobs.ac.uk, you have NSF grant if you are working in biomedical domain or even electronics but working on images on medical health. There are a number of opportunities. I know our lady, and she belonged to a rural area. Currently she has visited more countries than me, and she's pursuing right now PhD, but she's from a rural area. So I think she is a role model. I would like to quote her name here, Falakna Sumro. She belonged to Ladakhanna, and she developed her career in a very good way. 4 countries तो उसने अपनी मास्टर्स में विजिट की हैं as electronic engineer. So I guess there are Erasmus plans, there are Euro access plans, number of opportunities are there. आपका जो कंप्यूटर है ना, आजकल जो फ़र्क है आज के स्टूडेंट में और 10 साल पीछे वाले स्टूडेंट में, 10 साल पहले वाला स्टूडेंट लैपटॉप अफोर्ड शायद नहीं कर सकता. राइट नाउ यू हैव मैनी स्कीम्स where you can get laptop. Even university provides you the computing facility. Just go over there, spend your time and search for the opportunities. I remember when I was pursuing, willing to get shortlisted somewhere, I used to sit from Friday until Sunday on laptop to search for the opportunities, and eventually the time will come. 500 रुपये अकोमोडेट करने वाला या अरेंज करने वाला बंदा अगर यहाँ पर बैठ के, मतलब एक अच्छी जगह पे बैठ के, now I have iPhone 13 Pro Max, enjoying a very good life, you know. Even the problems are there. Problems will never go away from you until you die. But comparatively, Allah Ta'ala का बहुत शुक्र है that I have been blessed with this thing. No one imagined that I will go for my first Umrah. So I think life has many things to Allah has many things for you to give. The only thing is you have iman on your struggle, iman on Allah Almighty, and वैसे भी hopelessness is kufr, so don't be hopeless.
Thank you so much, sir, for adding sacred flavor to this discussion. It was very motivating for me, and inshallah for every listener जिनकी समात तक आपके अल्फाज पहुँचेंगे. So thank you so much for that. With that, I would like to move towards AI. ने अच्छी खासी रिसर्च को ऑक्यूपाई किया हुआ है और वो मुस्तकिल चेंजेस से एसोसिएटेड है. विद दैट, व्हाट वुड यू से कि इंटरडिसिप्लिनरी एरियाज रिसर्च के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से स्टूडेंट टारगेट कर सकते हैं? व्हाट इज वेटिंग फॉर देम? व्हाट शुड बी देयर इंटरेस्ट एंड व्हाट दे कैन एक्सप्लोर? कुड यू प्लीज टेल अस अबाउट दैट?
Okay, let me just rephrase this thing. जो AI है is Najumi, is someone who can tell you the future, who can predict you the responses, who can help you to visualize the data, and of course when क्योंकि एक टाइम था जब स्टैटिस्टिक्स आई थी और माइक्रोसॉफ्ट ऑफिस ने एक्सेल टूल इन्वेंट किया था, सो एवरीवन वाज गोइंग टू ऑटोमेट देयर ऑफिस एंड ऑल डेटा. Now there's a boom of AI. The same work, same statistics formula have been implemented in a very more, innovative way, that now you can predict the data. Now you can predict the responses. आया आप predict करना चाह रहे हैं कि flood कब आएगा, earthquake कब आएगा. You want to predict the aircraft maintenance when it requires the maintenance. So, so these all things are there. So you want to predict the things. So AI helps you really to predict those things. And I think without AI, like if you ask me, I have done my PhD in controls, and I personally think मुझे कोई भी किसी ने भी ये नहीं कहा कि you learn AI. I learned myself. Why? Because I decided to. I observe this thing that everything is merging towards AI. चाहे biomedical हो, चाहे mechanical हो, चाहे aerospace हो, and that gave me a great flavor. So sorry for this thing. So AI really is important right now. चाहे आप किसी भी field में हो, you cannot escape from AI. So I think जो भी students इस वक्त आ रहे हैं when they are learning introduction to computing or object oriented programming, they must get the flavor of AI. अब अगर program ही AI है, then it's really well versed, and I hope that they will follow the curriculum at a standard and international level. Without AI, trust me, you are helpless in future. आपको कहीं ना कहीं you will be asked and demanded to predict the response or visualize the data. So I think AI जो है वो एक ऐसा tool है that must be added from initial stage, like from the college life and onwards. Yeah.
Although सर ये पूरी पॉडकास्ट एक एडवाइस, एक मोटिवेशन, एक गाइड और कॉन्फिडेंस दिलाने वाली डिस्कशन ही रही है, बट स्टिल आई वुड लाइक फॉर यू टू कंक्लूड दैट एडवाइस, टू कंडेंस दैट एडवाइस. What would you like to advise our viewers?
Okay. This is something that I usually say to my engineering students, that first of all, feel proud. Feel proud that you are an engineering streamline person. आपकी बात करने में रोब होना चाहिए. आप जो बात करें facts and figures पे करें, because you are not philosophical guy, you are an engineering facts and figures को इकट्ठे रख के and then you argue with someone. And secondly, don't lose hope from Allah Almighty. Don't ever lose hope from Allah Almighty. You never know. अगर एक रास्ता आपका बंद हुआ है, then there will be multiple ways open up. I would like to quote myself that I got a laptop from my father, and I sold it because I needed money sometime when I was in Pakistan. I just got graduated. I tried different ways. I opened my technopreneur business that never ran. I got some failures in life, but yeah, failures are there to just motivate you, that you must learn from them, and it's never too late to stand again and follow your dreams, especially the females. I personally think that females are more deserving than men. इसी वजह से I used to encourage all females as well. These are the last words from my side, that an engineering student must be hopeful to Allah Almighty. Why? Because there are several examples. I gave you my example. I gave you another example from Atlas Honda. When I used to do internship in Atlas Honda, I met one manager, and he was from IIE. IIE is one of the elite institution. So I was like standing outside, and he was coming by on his car, and he provided me lift to certain station. And in mid of our journey, I asked him, Zishan bhai, आप डबल आई के हैं तो आपकी तो फौरन जॉब लग गई होगी। तो जीशान भाई ने कहा नो, जस्ट गेस हाउ मेनी इयर्स आई हैव बीन जॉबलेस। आई सेड आई डोंट नो, लाइक आप बताएं। एंड ही मेंशन्ड टू मी दैट ही वाज गोल्ड मेडलिस्ट ऑफ double I gold medalist, 2 years jobless. 2 years jobless. Now see. So it's something that comes by the time मौला अली अलैहिस्सलाम का कॉल है कि इंसान दो वक्त में बड़ा परेशान होता है, एक जब वो अपनी औकात से ज़्यादा मांग रहा हो या फिर अपने वक्त से पहले मांग रहा हो। So if something is not coming to you, it means that it's not your time or it's not your level. So level up first, level up, and then second, just pray to Allah Almighty that it comes, whatever it is, it comes in a good way to you. And trust me, everyone has this potential to enjoy their days in future. Yeah, everyone. If today is bad, don't expect that it will remain bad. वो एक है ना, किसी राजा ने जो है वो अपने वजीर से कहा कि ये पत्थर ले जाओ, इस पे कुछ ऐसा लिखो कि मैं अगर खुश हूँ तो मैं गमगीन हो जाऊं, और अगर मैं गम के आलम में हूँ तो मैं खुश हो जाऊं। सो ही रोट इट, ये वक्त भी गुजर जाएगा। सो डोंट रिलेट इट with your engineering skills. You have the skills, it's the matter of time only. So struggle hard. I never quoted this thing in front of any people. I'm quoting this thing in front of you on your podcast. When I was in UK, I never booked a hotel. और मैं जल्दी गया था यहाँ से। I went there for my conference presentation, और मैंने ये डिसाइड कर लिया था कि अगर होटल नहीं मिलेगा तो I will live in any park. मैं लड़का हूँ, मुझे किस बात का डर है, and I have one bag only. I'll just put it in a park, in a bench, and I'll sleep. If I would be telling this thing to my relatives, to my friends, many of them would have been making fun of me. They just look at you that, okay, you went to London, that's it. But today I'm disclosing this thing, that at that time, at that moment, one of my friend called me that, okay, because I got my education from Cadet College, so we have a strong alumni. So one of my juniors called me, भाईजान आप कहाँ पे हैं? साउथ एंड में, आप सेंट्रल लंदन आ जाएं। And then I got a train and I went, और फिर मैं उनके पास ही रहा। Otherwise I had decided mentally that I will stay in a park. So now if you tell your stories, your sorrows, your sad thing without success, people will make fun of you. But once you get success and then you tell, then people will learn, people will get inspiration from you. People will see, okay, Ghulam is a very big guy. But trust me, bigger thing is Allah Almighty, who draws your stories from A to Z, and you sometimes become very astonished and amazed at how come I was not able to do this thing. Trust me. So being an engineering student, be proud of you. You are among one of the important and significant pillars of the society. That's all I have to say.
Thank you so much, sir. It was an honor and a privilege to have you on our show. And thank you so much for your precious time and your precious words and your experiences. And I really hope that these words will bring motivation and guidance and direction to everyone who listens to it. With that, मैं इजाज़त चाहती हूँ from the platform of Muhammad Ali Jinnah University. Thank you so much everyone who is listening. Allah Hafiz.